I want to make a quick video about XRP and what they've seen in the last week, what's gone on in the last week or so. DBS and Franklin Templeton, that's Singapore Bank, and Franklin Templeton is a financial advisor over there, I believe. They, on the 17th, just the other day, day before yesterday or whatever it may be, had reported their working together with them in Singapore. So Asia will be for sure working with, that's one of the biggest banks and financial advisors in Asia. And XRP has a very strong relation and is working to put XRP and Ripple within them. So that was announced on the 17th. Let's move on to Rail. They purchased Rail for $200 million. I see it as and understand that Rail was a competitor. So instead of competing with them, they bought them out for $200 million and will use their technology and use their system to bolster, make XRP and Ripple even better. So Rail was or is a stablecoin company that helps facilitate and make stablecoins work together, and does a lot of things that Ripple actually already does, I believe. So that's why, as a competitor, they kind of squashed that and said, hey, let's work together. Gave them $200 million and moved on. And that was on the 18th. Or no, that was also on the 17th. And then we had yesterday, the Genius Act was signed. And I don't know if anybody actually noticed that or saw or talked about it too much, because we have had so much other news. I mean, we've had some really dramatic news here in the United States and around the world going on all the time that we just don't see these things. But the Genius Act, that there also regulates and puts boundaries and how they're issued stablecoins, which is a huge part of what's going on with our digital economy. And also Ripple has their, arms around that, and has for the last, is it 10 years now? Or I don't know how long, but it's been a long time that they've been working on this. Let's make this coin. Let's make this happen, and let's take over the financial system and make it a better system. Faster, cheaper. And that's just their part. There's other companies that are doing other things. It's an amazing thing that's happening that we're witnessing. The other thing that's going on is the spot ETFs that are getting approved, the regulation behind that and around that. That was something I've heard. And if we get spot ETFs approved for, say, XRP, that there will legitimize that to those people. So if people don't understand, an ETF is just going to give people the ability to put it on, like, let's say your Robinhood app. You're going to be able to buy it through the same way you would buy stocks. You would buy Steel, or you would buy Tesla stocks. So the people that buy Tesla stocks, they're going to be introduced to an easier way to buy a cryptocurrency. So that way it'll be, like I said, right now people are scared to go on and actually put their money into some other thing like that they've heard so many scams were involved in. But when it's put on their stock exchange they've worked on for so long, and it's 24/7 on there, they can decide to bring it into their portfolio, and it will. So my question about XRP is scarcity. Because over time, it can be broken up into bits. And I still wonder and ask that question. I'm not the smartest guy about all this, but that's my next research. And so if anybody can answer that question for me, that's kind of where I'm going, is where does it go once we're able to fractionalize XRP just like you would Bitcoin? The other thing is Bitcoin being accepted into our national reserves this last week or so, recently, not long ago. At least I heard about. So Bitcoin now being accepted into our national reserves as an asset like gold is pretty crazy. Anyways, I think I'm just saying all this stuff so I can share with people this information so they can make up their own minds. Make up your own mind. I've tried to express to family and friends, and people are going to stay where they're going to stay. And like I said, ETFs may change certain people, but it's going to take a mass adoption, and people are going to not know what they're using before it's all implemented anyways, I feel like. So anybody now that's actually got a holding, just wait it out, because